Hi, this is Lynn from Gardening from Square One. So today I'm going to provide an update on our Motte of Trees project. So when I left off, I'm not certain that all of the edging had gone in around the overall area to keep the Bermuda out of it, but it is now complete. And so right now I'm going to enter the space from the west side. And so I have added boxwood along the sides, both sides of this path. And so I'm showing you basically how this path is going to be lined. And I am missing 3 boxwood. As you can see on the left, I stopped kind of short. So I want it pretty symmetrical. So I am going to add 3 more boxwood to create symmetry. Also over here where I entered this space, you'll see a flag. I use these flags to indicate a good position for example, full sun. So I look out the windows and I watch the sun in a space throughout the day. And when I target exactly where the plant needs to be placed for, full sun or whatever the case may be, I'll just put a little flag there. So in this space right here with the flag, I'm going to put something that can tolerate a decent amount of sun, probably full sun. And then moving forward around this curve, that is where the last 3 boxwoods will be added to create a boxwood path. All of the mulch in this area to the left is new. This is the area that I previously said, we didn't know what we were going to do with it. We looked into putting a putting green over here. However, that's going to cost prohibitive right now. And I think it would be a wonderful space for part sun plants. I was thinking trying to grow hydrangeas or something like that over here. Right now the weeds are popping through because we've been receiving rain here in central Texas practically every day. But the temperatures have been pretty mild, mostly in the 80s. I think it's going to get back to the low 90s next week. We haven't hit triple-digit temperatures at all this year. So now I'm walking over into the seating space. We have 4 Adirondack chairs. My husband has built 3 of them. I'm really pleased with this space. I think it's what we wanted. So we're going to have a 4th chair in this area. And behind this area, you'll see I have roses. These are white bolero roses that I ordered online as their own root. I have them on the opposite side of this area. Next to them are salvia. These are East Frieslandia salvia. None of them are in bloom right now. All of this was just planted this past weekend. And then of course the hole down here is, we started digging on this end, and sure enough, the first hole that we augured put a big hole in the irrigation line. So our landscapers, they're going to come out and fix that, and then I'll be able to plant the 4th East Frieslands, I forget exactly what it is, that salvia. Behind it, of course, is a tea olive that at some point will be limbed up as a tree. Nothing has really changed on the left side other than the bed has rocks, and it's opportunity for me to put some type of edging along that area. These are oak leaf hydrangeas, and they will become about 8 feet tall, 6 feet wide. So they're going to fill up pretty much fill up the space, but I will need something in front of them. So all along this area on the left side in the rocks, I'm going to have to plant some type of edging, which I have not done yet. So turning towards the right is a different view of the motif tree space. You'll see that there is a path that I placed in between the area. I have more salvia on the corner here. These are Mystic Spires Salvia. And behind the Mystic Spires Salvia, the variegated plant with the sword-like leaves, that is flax. I think it's Daniello flax. I have 3. And then just to take a look back from where we just walked, all of this I've showed before in other videos. I am going to probably add more of the Feather Falls Carex. I really like the Carex because this particular variety, because I'm more fond of the green and white versus the green and yellow. I think it goes better with my color scheme. And so the Feather Falls maintains that white striping. So I'll probably, there's one in the front yard that's very large that I need to move. I'll probably pull it up, divide it, and plant them throughout this bed. Now as I move towards the motif trees, we have a paved path going through the space, and I'm going to walk through there. So again, I have Daniella flax. The flags represent other plants that will be planted. So to the left, in front of the salvia, I'm not sure what I'm going to plant there. I really, really would like to plant some type of hydrangea, but you know, not everything's going to perform here. Oak leaves are the ones that are for my climate more so, but I think that would become kind of large for this space. And so I think I'm going to take a chance with one of the panicle hydrangeas. So moving along, the white flag over there represents a viburnum that I have coming. It is going to be an evergreen viburnum that will get limbed up. As we move along, the sticks on the left down below, that is a rose. And then over to the right, there is another rose. One of them is Blue Girl, and the other one I think is Blue Moon. The one on the right is taking off. Unfortunately, oh my gosh, I didn't pay attention to which one is which, but I guess I'll figure it out at some point. So moving forward, most of the roses in this space, they are warm pink roses. They are, there's 4. And then to the left, over by the pot, I have a boscabelle that is much happier now that it's in the ground versus the pot that it's been living in for the past 2 years. I have more boxwood. All the boxwood in this space are baby Gem Boxwood, and the salvia, with the exception of the East Friesland salvia near the pot when I first entered this space, they're all Mystic Spires Salvia. So now this is our dry riverbed space for drainage. Our house is on a slope, and therefore the water runs through here from our neighbor's yard, and then it's going to come through this space and go into our neighbor's yard. And so we really needed something to slow down the flow of the water that comes gushing through the yard. And just another view of the change in this space. Now I'm looking at it facing north. And so it is a work in progress. There are still more plants that will be added. There's a pink salvia in front of the purple Mystic Spires. That is Pink Dawn, that is just beginning to kind of get established and have blooms. And then over behind me in the dry riverbed space, I have more salvia. I have Russian sage, the Russian sage over in the middle. It's kind of smaller right now, but it is the denim and lace Russian sage on the left. And then, so what I have through here is 4 purple salvia. You'll see one of the salvia is starting to get its purple blooms. It's right in front of me. And so I have 4 of those. I have vinca, which will have light pink or purple flowers. And then I have, again, more of the Pink Dawn salvia. So in front of us is our new Bermuda lawn. And this has been kind of unfortunate, but we're working on getting it corrected. So our landscapers had done an excellent job of prepping the space. The guys came out and they sprayed the hydro mulch, which is a newer way of adding lawn. And then 2-3 days later, we had torrential rains. We received about 2 inches of rain in a short amount of time. And a lot of it just washed away into my planter beds. It spilled outside of the edging, the limestone edging. Now, clearly it did take in some places, as did a lot of weeds. So the goal right now is going to be a lot of weed removal. We have individuals coming out to take care of the weeds, and then all of the bald spots left with the hydro mulch, because some of it got washed away, all of that's going to be resprayed. And so ultimately, hopefully at some point this year, we'll have a beautiful, beautiful lawn over the septic drain field, which will actually meet the main lawn in the yard. So as you can see, it is trying to connect to the main lawn. And that is the update. What else? Oh, if we go around the corner, I added more bolero roses. So the white roses that you see are bolero. The one on the left was planted first. It was planted late spring, and then the other 5, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, they were added all in the past 3 weeks. And I'm really pleased that some of these new bolero roses have already taken, and they've got new leaves and they've started to bloom. Right out front, I just have some kind of little pinta that I purchased at the grocery store. Not crazy about it. The shocking color I don't think is right for this bed, but like I said, this is a work in progress. And some things are permanent, like the boxwood, the Chinese viburnum. The tall Chinese viburnum is just to the left of the bolero rose. But look at how beautiful these bolero roses are. It is so happy. It is a very, very fragrant rose. It is one of my favorites. I've grown it at previous gardens because it is pretty disease resistant and it can take the heat, and it's pretty and it's fragrant, and I don't ask for much more. Doesn't have crazy thorns. Like, I've grown roses before that have killer thorns. It doesn't have that either. So it has been one of my favorites over time. So I did add 5 in this bed. So here's a view of the changes from, I guess right now I'm on the southwest corner. We've done a lot. It's still a work in progress. Like all of I need to get something so we can stack the firewood properly, and all the firewood on the ground has to be disposed of and the mulch put in its place. But I just wanted to provide a little update as things continue to fill in and I add a few more pieces for this space. I will be providing more updates because I definitely have more plants to add. I'm going to add more of the yin and yang viburnums over there, just to the left of the chair. And then in front of these Mystic Spires Salvias, I actually have some annuals that I'm going to add to fill that space. And so it's a work in progress. I have a lot still yet to do, but all of the big things are done. Everything left now is little, and I'm so happy to have the seating area because on a hot Texas day, well, I tell you, sometimes out here working, I don't get up early to do it, so I'm out here like at noon with my sunscreen on. And so sometimes I get out here and I tell you, I just want to pass out. Where's the chair? So I'm so happy to have those chairs over there. I also have a bench that my husband's gonna plant or build as well, and it's going in the mott of trees out there by the flax, the sort like stripy flax. Gonna have a bench over there because I don't want to fall out in the mulch. The ants will eat me. And there's ants all over the place in my yard. So anyway, that is just a brief update. I will keep you all apprised. I will add more videos, shoot more footage as I add more and as things fill in and grow. But for now, I hope you have a chance to get out into your garden. And please click subscribe, notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it, especially so that, there's a lot of people in my area and people who have some of the same gardening challenges, similar climates. And I've been researching this area for over 5 years now. And I have learned a lot that I'd like to share. So if you know someone in the Central Texas, the South, Oklahoma, all kinds of places, some of these plants overlap, but consider sharing the video. I appreciate you watching. And for now, bye.